The app session for today is going to continue, and the next graphic let's look at is which one of these moves and acquisitions would have had the longest lasting impact on the league. It's 5 of the big trades in NBA history that didn't go through, but if it went through, what could have happened? First, we got Steph Curry to the Milwaukee Bucks, Klay Thompson traded to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love, Chris Paul to the Lakers, Charles Barkley to the Lakers, and Kobe Bryant to the Chicago Bulls. Right off the bat, looking at it right here, I think if Kobe Bryant would have went to the Bulls would never have been able to draft Derrick Rose. So there's that. I don't think they would have been able to draft Rose, Noah. It would have been Kobe and a lot of other guys. So the Chicago Bulls would look different right off the bat. Charles Barkley to the Lakers. Now this is an interesting one, because there's a possibility that they don't bring along Shaq. But let's say hypothetically Charles Barkley goes to the Lakers. I think they might have been able to win earlier than they did before. Chuck was still in his prime towards the late 90s. Kobe was still blossoming into a star. I mean, for sure, a big three of Kobe, Shaq, and Charles Barkley could have definitely won lots of championships. I think Kobe would have had more rings than Jordan if those three definitely played together for sure. Chris Paul to the Lakers. Now, this one could have definitely made things much different. I think Kobe would have played longer for sure. We saw what Chris Paul did with Devin Booker in 2021. I think you pair him up with Kobe Bryant, a prime Chris Paul, and Kobe Bryant still playing really well before the Achilles tear. I think those two could have definitely pushed the Miami Heat. A Lakers Heat finals between a Kobe Chris Paul Lakers and a LeBron Wade Bosh Miami Heat would have been amazing finals. Great storylines. That also, the Klay Thompson for Kevin Love trade, I don't know how much it would impact that much. And then the Steph to the Bucks trade, if the Bucks would have had Steph Curry and Giannis, they could have dominated from 2018 all the way to now. And that's a pretty big impact. If Steph Curry and Giannis, probably they would have dominated the modern era pretty much. But I think the biggest trade that could have definitely changed things is definitely Chris Paul to the Lakers. If that goes through, Kobe and Chris Paul would have easily been winning championships. I think Chris Paul would have a ring by now. Kobe might have been able to pass Jordan in rings. So I think the trade that failed that would have made the biggest impact on the league is Chris Paul to the Lakers.